Welcome to Anatomy of a Lawsuit, where we break down the stories, strategy, and stakes behind the cases shaping our rights. I'm Karin Sweigart, counsel at Dhillon Law Group. Today we're looking at a groundbreaking case filed by students in Lawrence Public Schools, Kansas. The lawsuit alleges that the district's use of an AI surveillance tool called Gaggle violates students' First and Fourth Amendment rights. Gaggle scans student emails, documents, and shared files 24/7, flagging anything that could signal self-harm, bullying, or violence. That might sound like safety in action, but according to the plaintiffs, it's more like digital surveillance without due process. They claim the tool has flagged everything from creative writing projects to journalism drafts, and some journalism students even saw their work deleted or locked out entirely without warning, suspicion of wrongdoing, or any path to appeal. In their words, it's round-the-clock digital surveillance, scanning our files, flagging our speech, and removing our creative work from access.
Through a program called Gaggle, our student Google accounts are surveyed constantly, and keywords and phrases are flagged, and that gives district administrators.
So what happens when artificial intelligence becomes the hall monitor? Let's dissect the legal anatomy of this case, starting with the First Amendment. So first, let's talk about the First Amendment. The students argue that AI monitoring acts as a prior restraint, censorship before speech even happens. If a student fears an algorithm might flag their thoughts on mental health or politics, they'll likely avoid writing them at all. That's the chilling effect. Schools can claim a duty to protect, but under constitutional law, those tools must be narrowly tailored. When surveillance sweeps too broadly.
In Tennessee, an 8th grade girl triggered her school's surveillance software after she made an offensive joke while chatting online with her classmates. She ended up spending a night in jail for it. Thousands of U.S. school districts are increasingly monitoring everything students write on school accounts and devices.
It punishes expression before it even exists. In short, the fear of being flagged can silence students as effectively as discipline itself. Next, off-campus speech and how AI makes that boundary disappear. In Mahanoy versus BL, the Supreme Court ruled schools have little authority to police what students say off campus. But Gaggle's constant monitoring doesn't stop when students go home. If a student uses a school-issued laptop from their bedroom and that file is scanned overnight, is that school speech or private speech?
Educators say the technology has saved lives, but critics warn it can criminalize children for careless words. Gaggle alerted more than 1,200 incidents to the Lawrence, Kansas school district in a 10-month period, but almost 2/3 of those alerts were deemed non-issues by school officials.
And the third issue is bias and viewpoint discrimination. If an AI system flags journalism criticizing administrators more often than praise, that's often viewpoint suppression, a direct First Amendment problem. The deeper issue is opacity. Students don't know why something was flagged or how to appeal it. And when public schools deploy opaque algorithms that silence certain perspectives, they risk government-driven censorship through code. So what does this case mean? The Lawrence lawsuit may become a landmark test of how AI surveillance fits within the First and Fourth Amendments in the school context. The core question is, can schools safeguard students without silencing them? Ultimately, schools must balance safety with liberty. The Constitution doesn't disappear when technology gets smarter. I'm Karin Sweigart, and this has been Anatomy of a Lawsuit. Thanks for listening.